This is the Wikipad 7. It's a new Android tablet with a focus on gaming from a new Californian company. Now on its own it looks like a pretty mundane 7-inch tablet. The screen itself is a WXGA display with 7 inches across, and it's pretty easy to look at. It's got good viewing angles, good brightness and nice colours. On the back you have a pretty standard black plastic with a grip around the centre here, around the embossed logo, and dual stereo speakers. And on the top there's nothing except for the headphone jack, volume rocker, power lock key and a micro HDMI out. But aside from that, it just looks like a standard Android tablet. That is until you slot it into this, a gaming cradle. Now both the tablet and the cradle come as one, and the whole focus is that it brings tactile controls to the Android gaming experience, and it also means it doesn't obscure the screen when you're gaming. Now in practice this actually proves to be really quite responsive. On the top you have dual shoulder buttons including triggers. On the right hand side there's the A, B, X, Y keys and a thumbstick, and on the left hand side there's another thumbstick and of course a D-pad, so you get the full set of controls, not unlike your regular games console controller. The tablet itself slots in pretty easily, and it just connects with a micro USB port on the base of the tablet. It's very simple and it feels very secure once it's in your hand. The grip itself might not look elegant, but it's lightweight and there's a nice soft touch feel around the sides. And on the front there are also more dual stereo speakers to amplify the sound coming out of the tablet. On the tablet itself you're just looking at Android 4.1 Jelly Bean, and for the most part it looks pretty stock, but there are a few changes that Wikipad has introduced. As well as a whole host of pre-installed Google apps, Wikipad have also put on a few gaming-centric elements too, such as the Nvidia Envision app, as this is a Tegra-based tablet, and a whole host of games out the box, but you can of course download more from the Google Play Store which feature compatibility for the Wikipad. It has to be said the gaming experience itself is definitely improved by the addition of these hardware controls. Not only do you not have to fumble around with on-screen being able to drag and swipe without obscuring elements of the game, but it also feels more immersive. The biggest downside to this hardware controlled solution is that you have to play the games chosen by the Wikipad engineers, and you can't change the control formats of any of the games available. This means that although the learning curve is shallow, you can't choose how you want your control layout to be. In truth, the tablet itself is actually an enhanced version of last year's Nexus 7. There's a Tegra 4 chip on the inside with 1GB of RAM and 16GB of internal storage, which you can expand via micro SD. As I mentioned before, there's also a micro HDMI port on the top, which means you can output the video feed to a full HD TV and even play games in 3D if you have a compatible TV screen. With all the games we trialled, including GTA 3 and Dead Trigger, the gameplay was really quite smooth, and as I said before, the controls felt really responsive. However, the hardware inside clearly won't age well, and we're already seeing lag on games like Nova 3 which aren't optimised for the Wikipad controls, meaning that also you have to resort back to the on-screen layout. At £250, the Wikipad 7 is a little bit pricier than we would have liked, but hopefully the company will produce a more powerful tablet down the line without upping the cost. In the meantime, we would suggest taking a look at the new 2013 Nexus 7 and finding ways to hack in a Bluetooth controller of your own.